First, residents in two Perth suburbs are reeling after a powerful tornado left a massive trail of damage. Both Morley and Dianella were hit. Reporter Jessica Brown is in Morley, where we begin our coverage. And Jess, the twister was short-lived but extremely destructive.
Absolutely, Narelda. I'm here in one of the worst affected areas where the clean-up has already begun. This tornado hit this afternoon without warning. It tore through just two suburbs from the Morley Galleria shopping centre through local streets to neighbouring Dianella. The destruction has been so extensive, authorities say it's remarkable that no one was seriously injured. Pictures from the air show the full extent of the tornado's selective but destructive path. All this damage in just a few seconds. This local video store was hit hard, its windows blown out and roof torn off.
All of a sudden the boards of the roof just started shaking. We turned, we ran. There were three people in the store. Windows just came in behind us.
Further down, a real estate agent also copped the brunt. Part of the Commonwealth Bank's roof wrapped around a light post.
All the windows were shaking, rattling, everything. Dust was coming in through the air vents. Our front door of the Salvation Army had flung open. Just big, massive dust and yelling and screaming.
This man injured as he was caught in the ferocious winds.
Come out of nowhere. And I got hit by rubbish bins and bits of tin, and I've got cut on my leg and broken arm.
I just see things like trolleys and that flying around. It was just like whirling over there, yeah. Pretty crazy.
There was a big whirly above Coventry's, and it started coming this way, and a big sheet of tin hit the BP.
Not even indoors was safe. Back outside, massive trees were uprooted, landing on cars and houses.
The garage doors flown away. The patio's up in that tree.
Dozens of homes had tiles ripped from their roofs, many losing their tops altogether. Backyards resembling rubbish tips, loose household items hurled into the sky. Emergency crews worked overtime with downed power lines and debris scattered across roads. Residents of Light Street had to be evacuated after a gas main burst.
Nothing, we can take whatever we can carry and, yeah, just told to move on.
Heartbroken owners now left to contemplate the damage. So certainly a terrifying experience for those people caught in the eye of this storm, and you'd have to say it will be some time before this clean-up process is complete.
Thanks, Jess. As we heard, some residents in those streets that bore the brunt of the tornado were evacuated. 10 reporter Alice Pooley is in Valentine Street in Dianella. And Alice, many locals haven't even seen the damage yet.
Well, that's right. Many residents here haven't yet arrived home, and of course that gas leak evacuated dozens of people. So when they do get home, you can imagine the shock they're about to go through when they see the devastation. Now, the Weather Bureau had little warning this tornado was about to hit, so that left residents who were here no chance to get prepared. This is how the brutal storm began, the twister forming just before midday. It soon became a high-powered wind tunnel. With parts of houses, trees and debris flying through the air in its centre, those in its destructive path say they've never seen anything like it, capturing the rare event on mobile phones and home video.
That's definitely a tornado, and I missed that by about 50 metres.
The Weather Bureau says it had no warning the tornado was coming, so residents had no chance to prepare when the 125km/h winds hit. There were many close calls as shoppers, workers and residents narrowly escaped falling walls and shattering glass.
Broken glasses, this is falling pieces.
But some onlookers away from the tornado's fury were simply amazed at the sight.
It's getting a lot closer.
You look at the spinning at the bottom now.
Yeah.
Forecasters say it's uncommon for a wind tunnel to happen so far inland.
I think for many people this has come as quite a surprise because normally in Perth we have wet winters, obviously, and we have some strong winds as well, but usually tornadoes occur along the coastal strip.
The Bureau predicts today's tornado whirled on the ground for only a matter of minutes, but it was 50 to 100 metres wide. Now, the SES has already responded to 60 calls for help, but that number is expected to rise as people arrive home here. Initially, 5,000 homes were without power. Luckily, that number is now down to 1,500, but of course, it could take days for all the power lines in this area to be repaired. And we may not be out of the woods yet. There are still similar storms in our area, and there's a small chance another event like the one we've just experienced could hit again in the coming hours. Michael Schultz will have more details on that in the weather at the end of the bulletin, but for now it's back to you.
Thanks, Alice Pooley in Dianella.